So I'm just going to insert a graph for number 2 and say right, I need a graph paper here. Which scale data kashandisa?
Sorry.
Which scale data kashandisa directions are scale?
Because for x-axis in the chance I 1, 2, 3, 5 is just a box. The whole box is in one. Go to 1 unit. In the y-axis there's minus 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2 by 2. Hello.
Right. Hello, Amrisa.
Hello, Morise.
Hello.
I just joined now. I'm sorry I'm late. My network was giving me problems.
Oh, all right. It's okay. No problem.
That's not. I managed to join. That's fine now. It's okay.
Yeah, maybe is it possible to send a record a class, recording a class? Because I cannot hear you.
Are you talking about us or the other class?
And the Abuda, all right, I think the best and the details of that say Pamukurmaka patch was upper is going to take us to the scale ya topographer.
All right. What's in that digital said and I'll just redo it and send you.
All right, no problem. So my watching that was I want us to work in the wish. My questions
yes, straight line now.
All right, they must straight line, yeah, must straight line, they are fine. Straight line, they are fine. My quadratic, main cubic and so forth, my graphs.
Oh, it's not it a cubic you since I was not home, so let me do it.
All right, because that is the part that you said, and then I think it can help.
All right.
I'm going to try my graphs. Actually, more that is.
Yeah, I'll send you.
All right, so it's fine. I think that is what is best. Because I'm going to center that part. Then to and I while is teaching while is theory was no about zero.
All right.
That's zero. All right. So which other part yaga ishita challenge was this one? Think that into correct from what you've done to answer some of my questions actually.
No, like I was saying, do you end to change a quadratic? So I think soon after the lesson, I'll just continue doing it. Then I'll send you in terms of my graphs. So maybe I need to do quadratic ne cubic. Do I need to do ne inverse 40 as well?
Exactly, in inverse, exactly. So no problem about yes. All right, so let us just cross-check this part. No going also go to bad for your revisions, especially graphs, because some of the part and it's just a continuation. I mean, can apart connect up and
Yeah.
let me just change the thickness. All right, so we have got that part of my graphs, which is our functional notation, which is still part of what? Part of my graphs, Aniga.
All right. I tried it, but I couldn't get it by myself.
All right, so it's another. It's actually part of my graphs. So it's got in my graphs, no pantangramma graphs, to just an understanding of what is happening. So functional notation, we are saying a function or graph ratanga you draw a straight line that y is equal to mx plus c
plus
maybe I just give an equation y is equal to 3x plus 2. It's a function. It's a quadratic graph. It's a function. It's a cubic graph. It's a function. So kunyora kuti y is equal to mx or y is equal to 3x plus 2. You are writing equation of y in terms of x. If you have to check my variables that we are saying it's in terms of what? It's in terms of x.
Of x.
So now to write an equation in terms of, or an expression in terms of x, that is where we are going to write it as f of x is equal to takuchinyora manje expression redu rakatakura x, which is maybe 3x plus 2. So kunyora f of x, we are simply saying it's a function which is in terms of what? Which is in terms of x.
Of x.
That is a function. So it can be a linear function like this one. It can be a quadratic function. F of x is equal to 3x squared plus 4x plus 1. It's just an expression that you are writing in terms of what? In terms of x. That is what you are referring to as a what? As a function.
As a function.
So now how do we work with these functions? My functions are just now putting. Maybe we're given a condition like the first part that you're supposed to understand is to find maybe f of 1 or whatever function that you'll be asked from the expression that you're given. Like this one, is also find f of 1. So parkunzi f of 1 is patanga tina x. This was an expression for what? For x.
For x.
Yes. And so now in place of x, we are now substituting 1 because it's now f of what? F of 1. So it means when you are given f of 1, you're going to substitute 1 in place of what? In place of x. I think our 3 times 1 plus what?
Plus 2.
So you can simply multiply 3 by 1, that's 3 plus 2, which is what? Which is 5. So this is f of what? F of 1.
Okay.
So f of is just to substitute that value that you are given in place of what? In place of x. Those will call f of.
In place of x.
So sometimes you might be given f of x is equal to maybe it's x minus 1 or x plus 5. Whether my brackets or whatever that you're given. Person might ask you to find f of 0. So f of 0 is in place of x, substitute what? Substitute 0. Saka zvaura pega patiri kunoona x tinosubstitute 0 to 0 minus 1 panapa to 0 plus what? 0 plus 5. Parikuoneka so tadzoka 0 minus 1 which is minus 1 times 0 plus 5 which is what? which is 5.
0. So, no, 5. Yeah.
Which is 5, and then we can multiply minus 1 times 5. That's what? That's minus 5. So that is f of what? F of c. So
it's substituting an x.
It's just substituting exactly. Bigger, but on x, we are substituting that value that you are given. So it depends with the expression, wapiwa a quadratic, wapiwa a linear, or wapiwa even sometimes they can even give this in terms of exponents. Depending with what you are given. F of x is equal to 2 to the power of x. So pandotongona this expression, chichanda kutanga kutofunga nezvaino. Tofunga nezvima indices, ndochandisa ma powers, base and the power. So what anything chandichabvunzwa panapa ndakufanira kutorelate kuma indices. It's a function, yes, but what type of a function? It's an initial function. So ndakufanira kushandisa whatever that I know about what? About my indices. So that means in this case, if I am given to find f of 2, I'm going to simply substitute in place of x, I'm just going to substitute 2. So f of 2, that's 2 to the power of 2. But 2 to the power of 2, what am I having? So I mean, to raise this number, which means this number is multiplying itself what? 2 times.
2 times, yeah.
So 2 times 2, which is going to give us what? Which is going to give us 4. So that is the condition. So maybe you're asked to find f of minus 3. What am I supposed to do now? F of minus 3. From our laws of indices, to pause f of minus 3, we're going to substitute in place of x minus 3, so it's going to be 2 to the power of minus 3. My indices, I don't know if you can attack for expression like I say. How do we work out from our indices? Same way, do not teach x to the power of minus a is equal to what? 1 over x to the power of a. So whenever you're giving a negative exponent, you're going to what? Introduce 1 over that. So it's 1 over x to the power of what? Negative power. It's 1 over an inverse. So which means in this case, we are going to say 2 to the power of what? Because at all my indices 2 to the power minus 3. 2 to the power minus 3. For me to remove this negative, you have to achieve 1 over. Just 2, like x to the power a. 2 to the power g.
2 to the power 3.
2 to the power 3. So that means from there, I'm able to simplify 1 over 2 to the 1 over 9. 2 to the power 3 is multiply 3. Never make a mistake to say 2 times 3, then you write 6. No, 2 is multiplying itself what? 3 times. So 2 times 2, that's 4. 4 times 2, that's what? That's 8. So 2 I choose multiply 3 times for that part. That is a function.
Okay.
I'm gonna chase up. All right, I just want to cross check this, but let's see if we have got functions up. Oh, it's page what actually today.
Yeah, it's there because we don't put before my graphs.
All right, let me just take a question. Okay, the purple negative. Okay, so that is the condition that you be given. You are given f of x is equal to whatever. So the first part is just on substitution. Doesn't matter what poor expression I'm gonna say. It's just a matter of what? It's just a matter of substitution. All right. So just like this part, even if you are given a negative or whatever that you are given, I'm going to substitute like f of x is equal to x plus 9. I'm going to focus on a d in a fraction. So there you are given to find in this case, let me just choose one. Yeah. All right, f of minus 2 over 3. So which means just in place of x, you're going to substitute what? Minus 2 over 3. So that means, okay. All right, so which means f of minus 2 over 3 is going to be what? In place of x, we're going to substitute what? Minus 2 over 3. So I need a 2 times what? Minus 2 over 3. Whatever that you're going to get, you're going to add what? Add 9.
2 plus 9.
Kuneka sapa tatodzoka twa fraction zvekuti kwai tangashanda
Alright.
ne-expression whatever tatwa ne-fraction. So how do you deal with my fractions? How do you multiply these two?
You multiply 2, it's a whole number, and it's a 2 over 1.
Kuneka sapa 2 over 1 multiply by what? Multiply by minus 2 over 3. So I can multiply minus 2 and 2 and minus 2, which is what? Negative 4 over 1 times 3, which is what? Which is 3.
4 over 3.
So which means at the end we are going to get negative 4 over what? Over 3 plus
Over
9
plus 9
over 1. And you're supposed to add this because it's mostly to one of my questions are paper 1. So which means you're supposed to add without using a calculator. So how are you going to add this part?
Tongodzi add direct minus 4 plus 9.
Sorry,
totsvaga common denominator.
Common
Yeah, 3 na 1.
Yeah, 3
and
1.
That is you 3.
Exactly. So that part has to be taken. So in this case, common, okay, because of space up as an so that LCM, which is 3. Then 3 into 3, that is what?
Minus
if 3. We divide
3 to 3, 1 times minus 4.
Which is what?
Is minus
4 plus 1 into 3. Or 3 divided by 1, that is what? That is 3.
3.
Then
3 times
multiply
9.
by 9, which is what?
27.
Which is 27. Then we can add minus 4 plus 27. Minus 4 plus 27 is the same as 27 minus what? 27 minus 4.
Minus 4. Yeah.
So 27 minus 4 is going to give us what?
23.
23 over what? Over 3. Then you can reduce. 3 into 23, that is what? Into 21, 7. That is what? 7 times. 2 over 3.
And 2 over 3.
Exactly. That is what f of that is the function. So function is simply what you are given direct. In place of x, you are substituting direct. Okay, so I want you to try. Can you try for me question number 3? Question 3C, this one, f of 3.
Okay, given that if x equals 2 squared minus x, so totally if f3 equals 2 times 2 times 3 to the power of 2 minus 3 minus 10.
All right. Then what are we getting?
Then totanga tatsvaga apa totanga tatsvaga 3 times 3 kuti tione 3 to the power 2, that is 9. Then 2 times 9 yotipa 18. Then 18 minus 3 minus 10. Then inozoita 6 minus 10 yotipa minus 4. Minus 4 ndio answer.
Minus 4 ndio true one.
6 minus 10 is minus 4. What's 18 minus 3 minus 6? Then 6 minus 10
18
is minus 4. What? 18 minus 3. Oh, sorry. The 18 minus 3. The 15. 15 minus 10 is minus 5. It's 15 minus 10 is 5. 25.
Okay. All right,
5.
it's okay. So that is the idea there. Yo, markets I have end.
And atomboyenda zvawo.
Yeah, my one. Let me try
Okay.
what the units and decrease which is a
Saka you were saying paper 1 is not yakatongodai so direct.
exact. Antongo my questions are direct.
All right. So I'll try to attempt number 1 to 3, then I'll send you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So adango zo try my questions akawanda ipapa. All right. Now
right.
there's this part that you so even if you are given brackets like this one, you see number 4, f of this, you're given my brackets this and that. So it's just a repetition. You're just substituting as it is. Then you multiply each part separate. All right. I want us to see number 7 issue. They're not focus on Israel. All right. Number 7, chango inyorera kunoko. So that changakanzi f of x is equal to what? All right. Is that x over what? X over x minus 3. All right. X over x minus 3. All right, so this is what you're given. So the first part, I'm not going to focus much on it because it's direct there. We're going to find f of what? F of 4. Okay, so let us just try algorithm, but I think it's fine. F of 4, you're going to just substitute in place of what? In place of x, you're going to substitute what? 4. So it's going to be 4 over, in place of x, you substitute 4, that's 4 minus 3.
Minus 3.
So that is 4 over 4 minus 3 is going to give us what? 1. Then if you divide this, it's going to give us what? It's going to give us 4. So this is f of what? F of 4. Okay. The major part that I want us to work on is this question now. Find find x if f of x is equal to 1 over 7.
1 over 7.
We have to calculate the value of x if f of x is what? 1 over 7. Okay, so this is what they are saying.
1 over 7
of x now is 1 over 7. From this, find what?
7,
find x. To find x, what are we doing? Find x. Can I find x?
tapiwa value ya x, so it's just substituting x yedu inoita 1 over 7. Zvaramba pafunction apa, that's the way we do it.
Ayo, question yedu iri kuti chii? Question yedu iri kuti find x. Toda kutsvaka kuti x yacho ndiani?
Hatinopiwa x.
Varikuoneka x hatinopiwa. Chatakapiwa. Okay, that's okay panapa.
Alright.
I want you to understand from this part. You were saying f of 4. Do you see what happened here when you were saying f of 4? You had to substitute the value of x, which is 4 now. In place of x, you had to what? You had to substitute here. But now you are given the answer, just like here with f of 4 gave us an answer, which was what? Which is 4. The answer to 1. So now they gave you the answer to say, if you substitute that value of x that we do not know, you are going to
1 over
obtain.
7.
Are you getting the sense now?
1 over 7. Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
So that is what you are having. So we are saying in place of f of x now, we are saying our answer is 1 over 7. What is that value of x that we are going to substitute? Which means you have to find that x, which means you are going to equate that f of x to x over x minus 3.
Okay.
All right, there's now a difference between these two questions.
Yes, there's a difference.
Yes, that last part, it was find f of. You are already given that your x is 3, substitute that. But now they're asking you, what is that x that you have to substitute in order to get what? This answer, which is 1 over 7.
1 over 7.
Exactly. So now you have to solve. So as you can see now, it's about our technical skills now to solve this, because now you have to solve for x. To solve for x simply means you have to find what? To find x. What is that value of x?
X.
Okay, so that's all my equations. How do you solve this type of an equation? We have we have fractions, so you're going to what? Cross multiply to remove fractions.
Cross multiply. No.
So if you cross multiply, you're going to remove fractions. So cross multiplying means 1 is going to multiply this part of x minus 3. So it's 1 times a number. Around. If it is 1 times 10, I'm going to add 10. So which means 1 times x minus 3 is going to remain as what? As x minus 3.
As x minus 3.
Which is the same here. We multiply 7, is going to multiply x. So 7 times x, what do we get? That's 7x. Then from there, you have to collect like terms.
All right. And it's so simple. So I know we don't look closer to my questions.
Exactly. I think I told you my questions. So let us collect like terms. What are you going to have? X such a transpose. And that will be right inside. X agapota minus x.
Minus x.
So which means just transpose minus 3.
Minus 3.
So minus 3 is equal to 7x minus x. Minus x, I have got minus 1x. So it's 7x minus 1x. 7 minus 1 is what?
It's 6.
That is 6x. So to find x, what are you going to do?
We divide both sides by 6.
By 6, which is multiplying x. The number that is multiplying x, which is 6. So which means our x is going to be what? Negative 3 by negative 3, that is negative 1. We divide here 3 and 6, that's what? 2. So it's going to be negative 1 over 2. So therefore our x is minus 1 over 2. Chat no now in Gorip. So if you are given x as minus 1 over 2, if we are to substitute it back here, we are going to obtain our answer as what? Is 1 over 7.
It's 1 over 7.
Exactly. So that is the value of x that we have to substitute. So that is the idea there.
All right.
All right, let's cross check another one so that we have clarity here. Sorry, Kuti, we actually the page in the white, but one the black, so no, but perfect. Very sorry for that.
It's fine.
I want us to cross check that one. This one is finding k. Are using so that one you're going to try it. I want you to try this one, question number 8, because it's the same as this one in coordinate fraction. Number 8, are you seeing? They are saying find what? Find x if f of x is minus 1. So which means you're going to say minus 1 is equal to this equation. Then you cross multiply it also over to the
Yeah.
All right, what I want us to focus on is now this question number 9. It is something which is different, which is much different from that part. Number 9, we are given that f of k is what?
It's kx plus 4.
It's k x plus 4. Okay. Then find the value of k. This time you're given to find the value of what? To find the value of k. All right. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do from this part? Okay. This time you want to find the value of what? Of k.
Of k.
Give if f of, okay, not okay, panonzi f of, if you're given f of a third.
F of.
Okay, I don't want, forget about this 5 here that you're given. I just want to focus about this. When they say f of a third, what does it mean?
F of a third is like x equals to a third.
Exactly. When x is what? A third. So pana x, we are going to substitute what? A third.
A third.
So here it was like a third kx, which means k times a third, which means just like a third k. I will suppose you are substituting 1 over 3 in place of what? X. But k plus what? Plus 4. Both pana 4 pana but na k. So pana 4. Those root or apartments f of a third.
Yeah.
But f of a third we do argument can I say a third pana x. What is going to be our answer there?